Welcome. How everybody doing? Look, I said I'd get it done. I said, you gonna hate me, cause this gonna have some taste to it. Anywho, my celebration ends with the love and respect experience. I've been finished up, closed it up, get ready to close it out, and we're gonna take a toast to my divorce with 7 deadly sins. You know, I'm get this open, so bear with me. And I want to thank Dr. Emerson Edgar Richards for even sharing that part of their lives, you know what I mean? Some people, their marriages are sacred, you know what I mean? They're very sacred, and they don't want it talked about, Some of them don't want to get a divorce, you know what I mean? So, that smell good. I'm gonna give it a twirl. Let it breathe a little bit, you know what I mean? It's a dark red too. Usually the Zinfandels this is Zinfandel? Yeah, Zinfandels I usually drink. They're a little lightish, pinkish, you know what I mean? I give it a half. Woo. Some. Oh. Let me explain to you how I'm gonna do this. And what we gonna do. We gonna get it cranking. Once again, I'm Norris Edward Stanley Sr., a divorced man, a single man in the 2023, the new millennium, single. I got married 2000 and around 10, 11. We met each other 2006. And then again, go look at the reels. Go look at the full readings at YouTube. You know what I mean? They're over there on Only Faith Ministries. Your quickest way to find anything, if you're on Instagram, go to Only Faith Ministries, look up in the bio, the link will carry you to the playlist of the Love and Respect Experience. You can go on Facebook. It's a whole page catered to just the Love and Respect Experience. But the reason I chose this wine, because I wanted to, honestly, I wanted to choose E40's Earl Stevens. I wanted to see how that tastes, But wasn't in the store. So I saw this. I said, I can work something out with this. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna begin this like this. You know what I mean? The first sin is wrath. That's the first sin. It's called wrath. And I'm gonna read you the definition of wrath. And like I said, you know what I mean? I want to see what it tastes like. I know I've been through it, so let's see what it tastes like. Extreme anger. All right, let's see what anger tastes like. Got some heat on it. Definitely got some heat on it. We definitely encountered anger the first month, first 30 days, there's some things that was in place with my kids and their moms, and you know, she wasn't even my wife then, but put her mouth in there, kind of messed some things up. You know what I mean? That should have been strike one. That should have been the strike that said move on. But you know, I didn't look that far into down the road. You know, in the future, really what this is causing. Cause I, you know, talked to them and kind of, you know, got it structured back again. But anywho, we talking 13 years of trying to get it right. You know what I mean? 4 years dating, 9 years married. The next sin is vanity. Excessive pride in or admiration of one's own appearance or achievements. Well, I'm going to taste what vanity tastes like and I tell you about it. Hey, see, it was a whole different taste to me because I never was excessive pride in or admiration of one's own appearance or achievements. You know what I mean? It's similar to being conceited. You know, I don't never feel I was a conceited person. That's probably why it tastes a little off to me. But I get it from the wife that was. There came a time that it was exposed. You know that she was jealous of me the way I was with my youngest son. You know, she was jealous of me the way I was with my daughter. You know what I mean? We didn't argue. We had a point of view that we got across to each other. You know, the next sin, number 3, greed. Now, we all know what greed means. You know what I mean? We all know what it means. I'ma just go and give you Webster, Google, version of greed. Intense and selfish desire for something, especially wealth, power, or food. Mercenaries who allow greed to overtake their principles. Well, it was a time you know, I ain't gonna say I was greedy, but I did indulge more than I should have, you know, but that tastes about right. That tastes about right, you know. There are some things in life we're gonna be selfish about. There are some things in life we should be understood not to even ask. You know what I mean? When me and the wife that was became one, I never understood how we can have this your candy, this your chip, these your fruit. I never understood that, but it was explained a way to stop a lot of confusion in the house because the kids complain you eat too much of their sweets and all this stuff. So I let stuff be, let stuff ride. You know what I mean? I will say, you know, I did cheat once, which is in the readings, you know. From my understanding, she cheated before we was even married. Was cheating while we was married, not just with one man, a lot of men. So that greed and that sin, you know what I mean? That's the greed in it, and it is what it is. It was what it was, and she is the wife that was. Let's push on to number 4. Number 4 is sloth. Let's get the meaning of sloth. Habitual disinclination to exertion, laziness, indolence. You got it. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you about sloth. I'm gonna tell it to you my way. Yeah, that's it. It got a taste that's ongoing, but now that I'm getting to the end of it, it's disappearing. So it's rich but laziness. It's energy but how we a cutoff to it. You're not gonna get full 100% energy out of it. So that takes me to, you know, when we were just dating before we really got married, that was sex every day. It was, us building a life together, us putting energy into getting to know each other. Once we got married, things start going down sex once a month. More energy into arguing instead of fixing the issues, so sloth, you got what I'm saying? It's something that you should want to bypass, you know what I mean? So let's go and get in the fifth scene. It will be envy. Let's look up envy. The meaning of envy, a feeling of discontent or contemptuous covetousness with regard to another's advantage, success, or possessions. Now, let's go ahead. See what envy tastes like, because it's something I never was. I never was envious of somebody else's stuff. I like it. I look at it, you know what I mean? It may give me a little motivation, but I wasn't envious of it. I can see why though. It got a nice taste to it. I can see why. You know what I mean? It tastes good. Mm-hmm. It tastes good. To give you a prime example in my marriage, I would say that, she wanted her kid's father to be like me. Get his kids, don't have to argue about it. Take care of the kids, don't have to argue about it, and that wasn't how it was with her kid's father. So a whole lot was started based off our kids. A whole bunch of negativity was surrounded by our kids, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna move on. I ain't gonna keep it just there. So let's get into number 6. Number 6 is gluttony. Habitual greed or excess in eating. She said plumpness was a sign of gluttony in most cases. Well, I didn't get fat in my marriage. I know the wife that was did, you know what I mean? A lot. The day I entered her life got better. You know what I mean? We may had arguments, we may had little bickering, but a lot of her life got better. And as I would say, let me taste it first. Yeah. Yeah. Tastes rich. Tastes like you're living life, you know what I mean? Which we live in our fruit, so when I look back, I see that she gained more materially, and if she paid attention to our marriage, if she paid attention to the actions of her husband, if she paid attention to the needs of her husband, then she learned something. So she gained mentally and materially. Anywho, let's get into the seventh sin. The seventh sin is lust. Let's look at the word lust up and see what we're talking about. Very strong sexual desire. He knew that his lust for her had returned. Let's see. Let's see if this tastes like what I tasted. Oh yeah. I could do this every day. Yeah, lust. Yeah, I can do that every day. That tastes like a little sweating fish. Yeah. Little sweating and fish. You know, like I said, me and the wife that was, we sex every day. You know what I mean? When she want, if she want on her period, you know what I mean? We sex every day. You know, I had that attraction where that, you know, I come in the door, I'm hard, I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? She, you know, had no quarrels about it, and her sexual appetite was just as greater than mine. So, you know, I know mine was fulfilled. I know it got to the point it wasn't being fulfilled. Well, it's enough. I'm through. I'm out. And once again, as I said, I thank you, Dr. Emerson Edgar Richards, for a guide, for direction to figuring my marriage when no one else would help me. You know, it was 9 beautiful years that I learned that I built on me. I couldn't build on us because there was friction. There was rebelliousness. So I worked on me. And I say this, you know, people come to you in your life for reasons. People come to you in your life to make it better, to destroy some things. And I say this, it wasn't all bad. It wasn't all good. But one thing I took from this is a little bit more knowledge, some more wisdom about women. So I say this to you, to Wanda, Shanice, Gordon, and to the boys. I thank you for the time we spent. I hope your lives go on to be successful. I miss you. And that tastes like what 7 deadly sins should taste like. Brewed together, mixed together. Tell you what, this ain't over until I yeah. What? Like it? Oh. I thank you for your time. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares. Once again, I am Noah Silver Stanley Sr. If I don't love you, don't nobody else love you. I'm out.